Well, all right, let's get it, y'all. Saturday night main event: Cody Rhodes, Jacob Fatu, the whole brawl breaking out at the start of the show. If y'all missed it, it brought back nostalgia a little bit. It brought back something that I remember looking at like in the Attitude Era days, like when we got The Rock versus Mankind, in the whole empty arena, in the Super Bowl halftime thing, to where they fought all the way up the crowd steps, under the tunnels, and then under the tunnels they fought backstage in the upstairs portion of the backstage area. That's exactly every single thing that I was talking about what should be brought into wrestling games. And that's why I feel like these things should be brought into WWE 2K video games. Hopefully, it should be really brought into the 2K games of, 2K26, which will be coming out in March 13th, allegedly, on a Friday of 2026 this year. Stuff like that should be brought. I mean, current gen, the excuses of last gen consoles holding 2K back, it just all sound like excuses to me. But I feel like, okay, drop last gen, older gen, whatever you want to call them, old gen, PS4 and Xbox One, and now you just got Xbox Series X or PS5. If you do it that way, it shouldn't be no room for no more excuses. These are the things that really will bring excitement and longevity within these wrestling games and will make fans want, keyword, want, to invest and spend their money on whether it's my faction or the island, things of that sort. They won't feel like they are being taken. Like they just feel like, they just giving their money away, but they're not really confident into what they will get in return. The confidence will, go into the consumer who buying into your product is when you really giving them something that they can believe in and be like, okay, the trust factor is rebuilding slowly, but it's rebuilding because y'all showing me that y'all have the passion to put behind these wrestling games to bring the excitement and the entertainment value that we, the consumer, the people who buying y'all product, are really feeling like, okay, this is it. This is the start. And I feel like 2K26 can do that if they just, first and foremost, if they're coming back on PS4 again this year, which will be a disappointment, and I will not be purchasing this year if they do so, because number one, NBA 2K, they're in WWE 2K, they're like kind of like, partner in something, what I guess with promotions or something dealing with advertising, something dealing with that. But they both partner with each other, and NBA 2K did not, come out this year on 2K26, NBA 2K26 did not come out on PS4 and Xbox One. They strictly just only came out on Xbox Series X and PS5 and that's so. So there's no reason for WWE 2K, somebody who's right there with them and just, they like some similar to like partners, what I was just saying, for WWE 2K to come out, on PS4, Xbox One. That should not be the case this year if NBA 2K did the opposite. So, the whole backstage environmental areas. Last year was a disappointment because we were restricted yet again. Big open areas, big spaces, but we can't free roam and go into different areas and different parts of the building. And it's the same thing. So this is what I'm talking about. Instead of adding, which, okay, we get why y'all say y'all can only do so much because of PS4 and Xbox One. This year, I don't want to hear none of that. Like, we should be able to go into different parts, the newer parts of backstage areas, like the gorilla room, whatever that room they go in before they make their entrance out. That room and concession stands, lobby areas, things of that sort. And even the whole restaurant should be in the arena, in the upstairs portion, I feel. If you have a restaurant in the upstairs portion, and right across from that, you have a WWE Shop Zone area. That should be added into the game. That should both be backstage within the arena because there shouldn't be no spaces to where no new spaces. There shouldn't be no older spaces where we having the same old backstage area. Everything should be brand new and free roamable, and these things should be within different match types. It should not only be just in the brawl mode, like whatever you want to call that, backstage brawl area. It should be in exhibition in single modes and singles matches and tag team matches, fatal four ways. And how it should be set up is to where If you get counted out, if you have the time count, the count out system, if you have that turned on, you should turn it off. But if you want to keep it on, if you count it out, it should give you an additional fighting time of 5 minutes. So whether it's a split screen where your partner or whoever that your opponent is still in the ring, it'll have that split screen. And you backstage, you fighting against, the person who you fighting against, like the AI should be able to adapt and be able to, go toe to toe with you backstage, whether you fighting in the crowd, going up the crowd steps like what Jacob Fatu was doing and Cody Rhodes was doing, fighting up those crowd steps, going to the tunnel to brand new environmental backstage areas. Restaurants should be there, like I was saying, WWE shop zone area, and inside the restaurant, I feel that it should be a kitchen area inside. Once you go inside the restaurant and you see NPCs walking around or sitting at the bar or whatever, it should be 2 doors the way you can go and enter and free roam through that area, and it should be a big kitchen the way you see NPCs cooking, and you could be able to bang their head up against the stove. Something like that against the, where they cook at and things like that, the table or whatever, of that sort. It should bring those SmackDown feelings back into 2K, the way if you're going to say anything about hardcore, like what they trying to promote with the whole hardcore thing, you should be able to go anywhere and anywhere. That's hardcore. Hardcore Holly and Al Snow, like in those Attitude Era days, they was outside fighting, near the water, near the pond, with the broken fence and everything like that. Environment outside of the arena. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. That's hardcore, other than just, the barbed wire around the bats is cool. Shopping carts is cool. But it's not going to really, give its whole full effect of hardcore if it isn't taking place outside into new, different environmental areas. Like, it just defeats the purpose. I mean, shopping carts around the ring, that's not going to be fun. Shopping carts are in different backstage areas. That's what's going to complete it. Outside of the arena is really what's going to complete that and make the shopping cart thing make sense. Right? The barbed wire bats circling around the back. You want to use that around different parts and different areas of the backstage, of new backstage areas that they should bring us and put into these games instead of the same old ones that's restricted in just one big open space. Now, the archive area, that was cool, but that was only going to be fun for about 5 minutes because it's just one big open space. Again, no fun. That's not a fun factor because you're just in that one spot, that one big spot. That's why I say free roaming is important. New backstage areas that's not restricted. You can go into doors, open up doors, go into different rooms, going up the stairs, downstairs. You need to have a staircase. The way you go up and down the stairs to the lobby area and then to upstairs to, WWE shop zone stores and restaurants within these arenas. Make it feel real. Make it feel hardcore. That's the feeling of what hardcore could bring you if you, in the importance of different free roamable environmental areas backstage could bring. That's hardcore. That's conquering all, whatever the quote that they going with this shit. They put more effort into the teasers and the promotion and these covers to make you not want to believe that they're really going to bring you anything new. And me, I'm not excited about WWE 2K26 because it's the same rollout. Same rollout. Covers, trying to sell you off with the covers. Teasers. That really aren't teasers. There's really nothing to get excited about because I haven't seen yet a teaser on whether we getting Create a Story. I haven't yet seen a teaser on whether we getting Road to WrestleMania. And you just give me one of those and I'm fine. But just do it full-heartedly. Don't half do it. Actually like you care about the fans. Do it like you care about the people who buying your product, man. This is what really makes me think it's a disconnection. Is somebody, do we have TKO members making these WWE games? The same thing that TKO is doing on TV by disregarding the fans and not caring about what we want. And that's why we have to pay for ESPN when the people internationally get to watch it for free, not caring about what we want. And it seems like they doing the same thing and moving on to wrestling games and not caring about what we want over there. So it's like, who's really running these wrestling games now? I mean, it clearly can't be true wrestling gaming developers, because, I mean, we wouldn't be having to ask for so many things that should already be within these games to make it fun, to bring longevity. You know? So that is important. Free roaming and fighting up crowd steps, none of the tunnels, the backstage, new environmental backstage areas, backstage, upstairs. That should be added. Outside of the arena, cars going down the street, things of that sort. Grocery store over there. That would make sense for a shopping cart also. Come on, man. It cannot be that hard. It's just all about what they care about. And clearly it's not us. But we'll see if it's going to come on current gen or not. That's what we will see. And that's going to determine whether we're going to get something new. But if it come back on PS4, then we know it's going to be the same damn shit show. Sensei Reality News. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Y'all already know what it is, man. One love. Peace.